Hey guys, Justin here from Soccer Drills Daily. Hey, this week's soccer motivation and mindset video came from one of you guys. It came from user Soccer Paul 1. So Paul, thanks a lot for writing in. And basically the question was, when I play with my friends, I play very good, but when I play in a game, I always play bad. I feel like I don't have the power to do anything. What can I do? And I think a lot of players feel like this when they get out into a game because it's completely different when you play with your friends, right? You go out and you're playing for fun and all that, or even when you're practicing because the result doesn't matter as much. So everybody doesn't really go, I mean, they go 100%, but they don't get as physical. You know, the feel of it's a lot different. You know, once you step out on the field in a game, then everything gets a lot more serious, and you can feel it when you get out there. And it's kind of a stressful experience because you get out there and suddenly the result matters. What that means is everybody goes a little bit harder. You know, people, you're never going to get fouled to stop a goal, you know, not fouled hard when you're playing pickup with your friends. But when you go out in a game and you get a breakaway, somebody may grab you and drag you down from behind. I mean, the games just get physical and they just feel different. And that's a part of the game. But if you're not ready for that and you walk out on the field, then you might not play as well as you usually do. So I've got two things that you can do to help you get out on the field and play your best game. All right, so the first one sounds really simple, but it's really important, and it's something that you do off the field to prepare yourself for what's going on the field. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to practice more with the ball off the field. I mean, it sounds obvious, it kind of sounds unrelated, but it's not. You've got to spend time with the ball off the field because what needs to happen is those fundamental things that you do need to be automatic in a game. And what I mean is when you get out on the field, right, there's so many different things that you're thinking about in a game. You know, you're worried about the result. You're worried about the other team. You're trying to be aware of the field and where your player's at. You may even be worried about who's on the sideline and who's watching. You know, there's all these things that you're worried about. And on top of that, if you have to focus and think about your fundamentals when you're out there playing, you're not going to do as well because there's so many distractions, right? So you can't give 100% focus to your fundamentals. So if you can't receive a ball in a situation where you have to think about it, then you're not going to be able to receive a ball well in the game, right? Or if you have trouble keeping the ball close to your body when you dribble, it's going to get even worse in a game because there's so many different things that you have to worry about. You know, so what you need to do is you need to spend time off the field working with the ball so that your fundamentals are automatic. They have to be automatic because if they're not, and you're trying to think about them during a game, you're not going to do as well. So that's the first thing is really focus on, you know, take a second and think about what you're weak on. You know, do you have trouble dribbling? Do you have trouble trapping the ball? What do you have trouble with? Work on that off the field so that it's automatic when you're on the field and you'll play a lot better in games. So the other thing that you need to think about or that you need to change when you get out on the field is focus on your fundamentals. You know, if you're ever in a situation where you're struggling with stuff and stuff isn't going well, simplify it. You know, always think simple, always think easy. So if you're out on the field and you keep losing the ball, maybe you need to dribble a little bit less. You know, focus on being the guy that can receive the ball, look up, find the open man, and then make a good pass. You know, don't worry about dribbling. Don't worry about all the fancy stuff. Just focus on the fundamentals. If you're a defender, focus on staying between your man and the goal. Focus on staying marked up. Focus on knowing where the other team is on the field. Don't worry about dribbling. Don't worry about taking the ball up the field. Don't worry about scoring. Don't worry about anything like that. Focus on why you're there. Focus on the simple things. You know, so don't complicate it, but make life simple for yourself so that you only have a little bit to focus on instead of a lot. And then as you get more comfortable, as you kind of move forward and you get better at that stuff, that's when you can focus on the more fancy stuff like dribbling and beating players and stuff like that. You know, but when you start off, focus on the things that are important for the position that you're playing. Focus on the important things, get rid of the distractions, and really make it a one-mind thing that you're going to do the little things well. And once you start doing the little things well, you can start getting better at the bigger things as well. So if you take those two tips and incorporate them into your game, then you're going to start playing a lot more in games like you are in practice. So hopefully this video was helpful to you guys. I really appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind liking this video below, I'd really appreciate it. So more importantly than that, if there's something that you're struggling with in your game, something you just can't get past, leave a comment below and let me know. I mean, this video came from somebody that's watching the videos and that's struggling with something in their soccer game. So if you're struggling with something, if you've got something that isn't quite going right, leave a comment and I'll see what I can do to help out, because that's what Soccer Drills Daily is all about. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll catch you next week. Thanks, guys.